And this really goes for anything that you are learning. If you want to improve the intonation, break it down to its bare concept and practice the concept. The second thing you need to focus on, ringing tones. Ringing tones are so named because they ring sympathetically with the open string below. The third thing is one of the most powerful tools you have to improve intonation, and that is the use of finger patterns. I've talked about this in the fingerboard geography video and also in improving intonation for frustrated beginners. So if you've not checked those out, be sure and do so. But to move on here, in order to improve intonation in Misc, there are 3 things you must do, and the last one is my favorite. First, isolate the arpeggio that happens in the opening measure. In this case, it happens to be D major arpeggio. So you play it by itself with quarter notes up and down like so. Let's do it one more time, and always make sure as you're starting in tune, find those ringing tones. And there I've isolated the D major arpeggio. Not only will you play these particular notes more in tune, you will also improve your 4th finger intonation by listening for ringing tones and getting that 4th finger down by itself from nothing. Which brings us to the second thing you need to focus on, ringing tones. All 4th fingers in Misc are ringing tones, and you have 2 of them. D, which rings with the open D below. You can hear it ringing out. And G, which rings with the open G below. The third thing is one of the most powerful tools you have to improve intonation, and that is the use of finger patterns. I've talked about this in the fingerboard geography video and also in the improving intonation for frustrated beginners. So if you've not checked those out, be sure and do so. But to move on here, what is a finger pattern, you might ask, if this is the first time you're hearing this term? A finger pattern is exactly what it sounds like, a pattern of fingerings or series of fingers that we will then transfer to another string or another part of the cello. By playing the pattern in different places on the cello, we absorb the relationships much faster and therefore learn to play in tune much faster. Let's say the pattern or the fingering for the first 2 measures. Ready? Open 3, open 4, 1, 4, 1, open. Open 3, open 4, 1, 4, 1, open. Got it? So I'm going open 3, open 4, 1, 4, 1, open. Or okay. Let's do it one more time. Say it with me. Open 3, open 4, 1, 4, 1, open. Or with the rhythm. Okay, so that is my pattern, my finger pattern. Now let's take that pattern, that series of fingers that we just said to ourselves and that we just played, and transfer it down a string to the G string and play it like this. See that? Let's do it one more time from the G. Then, because we can, we're going to transfer it down one more time to the open C string, like this. And actually, I could play the whole first phrase. I could play the first 4 measures in this finger pattern style because all of those notes happen on 2 strings. Actually, the whole piece happens on 2 strings. So I could play the whole piece in different finger patterns. But I think we really get this finger pattern intonation improvement, all right? It really absorbs into our brains and fingers better if we do a small little chunk. So I think starting with just the first 2 measures is the best way to go. And also the thing that really makes them powerful is to play them successively down and up, okay? Meaning, starting as it's written, going down to the C string, and then back up. So let's do it together. Starting on the D string, here we go, just as we've been doing, and we're going to go D, G, C. G. C. G. D. You could break this up even further if you wanted by playing just one measure, like so. You could mix it up however you need to, all right, to get this intonation, these relationships, okay, into your fingers, all right, and then the communication between your brain, ear, fingers is going to be so much better. And like I mentioned, I've talked about this finger pattern stuff in a couple of other videos, and if you have been playing for a while and you're getting really frustrated with intonation and having trouble getting your fingers to the right places, watch this video right here about how to help your intonation frustration.